Computer, yes. In
Oh, yeah.
progress. Oh my God, recording is progress. Okay. Hello, everyone. Let's do some introduction for the people that are watching this for first time and maybe don't know what NGS is. It will be short, right? At least the introduction will be short. Okay. This is weekly meeting of NGS. NGS is shorthand for next generation shell. This is programming language for DevOps. It's a modern programming language for DevOps. During these meetings, we will be reviewing what has been recently done and what are the near future plans and maybe sometimes farther into the future. Did you forget anything, Ricardo?
Yeah, just saying that it's the first meeting, so it is a bit messy still and not planned and stuff like that, but it will get better.
Yes, I hope. Okay. So I guess the nearest future we will figure out these meetings. Me and Ricardo, actually mostly Ricardo is handling this setup. So Ricardo will be checking what would be the best way to do these meetings. We will maybe we'll experiment a bit. Maybe we'll switch formats. We'll see. Maybe we'll arrive at some like optimal way to do it.
Yeah, my idea now was to do Discord and to do live broadcast over YouTube directly after the Discord window, but I got some issues with the sound, so I couldn't figure out how to pass the audio from Discord out, at least not yet.
Oopsie.
So we had to switch to Zoom so that we could actually record it in a normal way. Yeah, so that's where we are at this. And why we wanted Discord, because we could include it on the channel and everyone would know where it is without having to share links and whatever.
On the other hand, we just published today's Zoom meeting link. So if anybody is okay, yeah, but how they would know? Oh yeah, I did add everyone in Discord, so people are actually free to join. It will be the same time every week unless discussed otherwise. So actually people will have a chance to prepare and to be. Oh, Ricardo, maybe we should do a calendar which could be shared, and then it will be just for now. It will be just the weekly meeting, but maybe later we'll have some more events.
Yeah, for now I just put it on the webpage, on the new webpage. There is like a big
Oh, it's not merged yet.
No, there is like a big news there saying, every Sunday at 4 GMT. So
Yes.
that's the time slot we figured out for this. Again, right, it may change or not depending on the needs, or if people don't really care about it, maybe we reduce the amount of them, but yeah, let's hope not.
Okay. So maybe I'll start. Okay, so maybe I'll even show. Okay, so a bit of context. So the NGS development is all on GitHub, so you can see the milestones. And if you look there, the current milestone includes deeply nested data structures. The need arose at work where we did Fire, and Fire is a specification of data structures and REST API, and this can get deeply nested. And we needed to do some stuff, and we couldn't, like in a straightforward manner. So since data manipulation is one of the aspects that should be handled well in NGS, and we have seen that this situation is not covered. We're trying to cover this situation too, and I'm working exactly on that. Maybe I'll show some. What can I show? Okay, there are several things that I can show. First is the design document, but I think maybe it should be just a link, right? That will be just a link because it's just, the wiki page on GitHub. It's just too much to show. I can maybe show a bits of code that kind of work. and that will be maybe some small example.
Yeah,
What
this
do you
is what you
think?
posted. This is what you posted for the design discussion, right, on Discord on the channel.
Oh, design discussion. Just let me
Yeah,
check. Yes, 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 that's the page. So I don't even need
it's a
to post
page.
anything.
Yeah.
I think if we upload this episode to YouTube, we can post the link below.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's maybe take a few minutes and I can show you the what's working and what's not currently in this deep data structures. Okay, also I'll share my screen, not the whole screen. I'll share just one window with my experiments. Let me share the big green button. Desktop. No, 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 no. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Okay, that's the thing that I have too many open windows and I need to understand which one is it. Okay. Do you see my shared screen, Ricardo?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, good. So this is implementation. Implementation is not very interesting. What's interesting is the tests, which actually show how you can use the feature. Okay, N. Okay, so here you'll be seeing N, and on my computer that is alias to NGS dash PI. That is shortcut for print inspect. That means that the object on the right is getting inspected and inspected. That means that there's like some more information about what it is. So for example, for one, it says it's the integer one. Okay, if it's a string, then yeah, string of len blah blah blah, and here's your string. Okay, so I'll be using n for showing how the stuff works. Okay, so I'm copy pasting the example. Let's see the output. Oh, yeah, okay. So first of all, you get the warning that you're using experimental feature, which I guess that is a warning which says, this is not finished. This can change, so you should not rely on this heavily or in production, for example, or in in some critical places. Still somehow, Ricardo, still feel that we have some missing background maybe. But let's finish with this and maybe get to more the general topics.
Yeah.
Also, we should probably do some short videos about intro and
Yeah, that's fine.
and the like. Okay, so
yeah, that's different videos. That's not the meeting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so TR comes from translate. Transform. Sorry, transform is actually a better word. So what it does does recursively walk the structure and does the specified change. So this change says that each integer that you see, you replace it with that integer plus one. Yes. So yeah. So well, this is simple use case which could be actually dot map, and even that would be even shorter. So let's show that for a moment how that could be a short version of this, because it's very simple use case. It's not actually not deeply nested. X plus one. Here we go. Okay, so let's take something here that you cannot do with anything simple. Okay, and that let's show that it actually works. Yeah, so you can see that it works. It's A, and yeah, so maybe actually this one could be better seen with this.
So for these deeply nested structures, you basically implemented the TR.
Yes,
command.
and that's the only command, and I think it should remain the only command here, and all the magic goes into the actually the description of the transformation. So yeah.
Yeah. By the way, you have a typo. You have a typo on line 135.
135. What happened over here?
Yeah.
Transformation. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Experimental. Well, experimental. I have my excuse. Okay, so what's interesting here? So that this syntax, okay, this is not syntax which is unique to TR. This the arrow is called pattern action. So you can do this, and that's an expression, and that means it's composable, and you can, compose your transformation from different pieces, and then it all will all work together. Okay, so this just takes left and right argument and just makes one object out of this. So potentially we could use it somewhere else. I was thinking that maybe if we have a map, then we can say that integers we are converting to something. And in this case, everything that is not integer will stay the same as it was.
Yeah, but
For
this only
example,
works for simple.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's just general thought about how and where we could use the arrow operator and the pattern action object. Okay,
Yep.
let's go back. So what else we have here in test? So from here you can already see that it actually traverses the structure and goes in there. I think it's maybe.
Yeah, but we need more deep things, because now it's still very shallow. So
Well,
what does the next
no,
one
this
does?
can go deeper. It doesn't matter that much. You can
Okay.
do it deeper. It's you already see kind of the recursion here.
But how deep can you go?
Forever.
Okay.
Like it goes like traverses all of this completely.
And basically you just need to do int, for instance, with this int arrow function, right? It basically just increments one to anything that is integer.
Yeah. So if you go maybe a bit deeper, on the left side of the arrow is the pattern. Pattern. So when it's a type, it's just checks that the function is of that type, but actually it could be I don't know, regular expression or whatever.
I see.
So it could be anything, and a worst
So
case.
it will not match on the array, but then it will get inside the
Yeah.
array, and then it will match inside the array. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here's another use case. So we just discussed it goes like indefinitely in depth, but that is excluding the cases where the match occurred. So for example, here, okay, we've seen an array, and the array is a top level. So now let's say you want to like wrap each array with start and end elements.
I see.
So here you need to actually describe that you are now descending further.
Okay.
Because otherwise you wouldn't need all this, you wouldn't have all this nested.
And if you do descend B, it basically then goes value by value. And it's like
it knows what are you looking at, and then it descends from that point.
And then it does recursively from that point on. And when it gets back, it basically adds this end after that, right?
Yeah, we can see it right now. Not only you have this after equal on the right, you can actually run this. So you see that's the top level array, start and end. Yeah. So and without descent, actually you won't have much. Without descent. Okay. So the A parameter here would be the match itself. So let's see. That's the match itself, and it doesn't descend into this array.
I see.
Here.
I see.
So and I actually was not
and
sure
what
how.
happens if you have another array inside that one?
Well, let's see. With descent or without descent?
With descent inside of the descent already. Yeah.
It's here. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Perfect. So it only descends one time.
No.
No, it descended more. Yeah, you're right.
It descends as long as the pattern matches. What you can do, actually, if you want to descend forever, this B thingy is actually what's called context. And you can check if you want to descend depending on the context. So let's print the context for a moment. Actually, I know what's exactly in context we have. So x b.path. So for example, you could check that you are not nesting too much, right? So you can check that you are like one level deep maybe.
Okay, I see. And of course, because this is an expression, you can actually do validation. Instead of array, you can actually just check, for instance, the b path and check that b path is, let's say, equal to 1, and it's an array. And then
actually, no. Actually, no, because the pattern on the left, it doesn't get all the context.
Okay. Just do you want to write?
Maybe we can do something which is because these patterns, this is something general, and it also should work with dot filter and stuff like that. And there you don't have this context.
Which is fine. Which is fine. So it means that on the right side, then we would have to do the if, like if b path, let's say, equals to 1, then do that text. Otherwise, just print the a or something like that.
Yeah, but we could actually potentially we could extend here and do this maybe something like tr context
Yeah, but
blah blah blah.
well, for now you don't have it,
Like
and it's still
special.
fine.
Yeah. For now, I didn't see like any real use case. We can fix it there. So the idea is to get it out of the door and cover our basic fire use cases, and then just go ahead and add stuff as we need it.
Exactly. But basically, on that case, we could do a b.path bigger than 1, do that thing. Otherwise, just to
Let's
just
experiment
to
with
wait.
this a bit.
Yeah. Just to understand. So you do an
So
if instead of that, right?
I'll do if just here.
Okay. Yeah.
If b path, I guess I need the len of it. Let's say less than 1, less than 2.
Yeah, less than 2 is fine.
Then descend, and else let's do nope.
Nope. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Just for us to get an idea, Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, I see. Cool.
Nope. Yeah.
So basically, you can do. It's a function, so you can actually do infinite things over there. Okay. And even call a different function, I guess.
Yeah. So that's different function, whatever. Yes. On the right to the arrow, that's a function, gets the current match and the context. Context has a bunch of information. Actually, it's defined here. It has the original top level transformation, the current element, and also the command. We'll not get into that.
Okay, nice. But it has stuff.
It has stuff, and you'll be adding stuff there because it's the correct place to add any information about the context. And maybe the upper transformations maybe can pass something to the more deeply nested transformations.
So it already looks pretty cool. So what's missing there?
Thanks. What's missing? Okay, so it does recurse into data structure, but it currently doesn't recurse into the pattern. So if the pattern would not be actually, sorry, I did do that. It's starting to take shape. So let's do this. That's like my reason from a couple of days ago. That's why I didn't remember. I had it, but it doesn't like completely work. That's why I'm not. Okay, so what we have here, we have if you see a pattern of 2 integers, you delete you skip the second integer. It was actually
second integer because it's epsilon, and epsilon is the same as b, right?
Yeah,
so
that
you
is context. You tell the context to skip the element.
So basically, you accept a and b or epsilon and x by default, right?
It's just no. We had a and b because it was with curly braces. Without curly braces, it's
I
and y.
see.
This is a generic syntax of partial application NGS.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I always use a and b. That's why I was asking.
A and b because you're using curly braces.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, but if you have short expressions, there is no reason, right?
Yeah.
But your expressions somehow are long. Always long.
Because I don't know how to do them smaller, I guess.
We can discuss this. By the way, if you have like some, some we need to check which code we can reveal and which we can't. I thought maybe if you have some use cases like where you want to like improve the code, and we can maybe do
start.
some.
Yeah, we can start putting on the one-liner channel of Discord, and then you can always make the one-liner even smaller. And say you can do this like
code
that.
golf, yeah.
You can do this like that.
Well,
and,
it can, in NGS there are like operators which I actually don't recommend, but you can do code golf. There's, for example, instead of like echo 1, you can do one and feed it into echo,
Ah, okay.
and it does the same, but it only has one
And
one
can you do
argument here on the left.
and you can do one dot echo, no?
Yes, you can do one dot echo. That's exactly the syntactically equivalent to putting one into
Mm-hmm.
the parentheses.
Exactly.
So this you can do code golf. I would not recommend, um, as just a matter of context. I don't think standard library uses that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
Yep.
unless you understand why exactly you want it, you shouldn't use it either.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So that's the state that you have. That's nice. So basically,
Yes.
it's done. Or do you have something that is really,
No, no,
really
no. I
missing?
have I have issues. I don't remember, something was not working. Wait a moment. Uh, I had some comment.
Ah, you had it on the function. There was like a but fails or something. I saw something
Fails.
like
Let's fails. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. What is
that.
failing? TR. Yeah. So some shit doesn't work. Wait, maybe I fixed this already. Let's.
Actually, that one is fixed. Yeah, that one. That's the one you show me. It's fixed.
Are you sure? Maybe it's
Yeah.
not exactly. Yeah, no, it's not exactly the one. There's some difference. I'll get to it.
Ah, it's not an array of an array. It's just the array itself.
Should. No, no. It is
Yeah.
array of array.
No, no, but it's not
Ah, okay. Wait.
in the left side.
Yeah.
So it fails when it matches the first one, I guess.
Wait a moment. What? What? Int and int. Ah, it needs to remove the whole array. It should remove the array with both integers, not each separate integer, but the whole
Mm,
array. Yeah, this somehow fails. Okay,
okay.
I'll get to it.
Hmm.
Okay. Um,
Okay, so
well, I
that's
guess
basically.
that's actually it covered the recent past and the near future. This is the thing.
But basically, that's about it, right? Or do you have any other thing that you know it's not working?
I think it's not finished. I need to actually compare my notes in the design document and see,
Hmm.
maybe some things I probably implemented maybe differently, and then I need to update design
Hmm.
document.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I think there was some work here.
Okay, nice.
Oh, by the way, here you can see interesting rules. So top level rules. So in addition to what you give, it adds two rules to the bottom. So and how it works, all the rules that you give, they are matched one by one. If the first one doesn't match, it tries the second one, and so on.
Hmm.
So now that means that if all your rules failed,
Hmm.
it does descend
Okay.
on the data structure if it's descendable.
Hmm.
By the way, descendable is a pattern,
Okay.
right? It's just defined
Hmm.
here. It's any of blah blah blah, doesn't matter that much, but it's a pattern. So and then why it cannot fail, if any, like it will match anything,
Hmm.
it just returns the object itself.
Okay.
So if your transformation didn't match, you just get back what it
The
was.
same thing. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And what's interesting here, that maybe we can provide in future some option to like not to have these rules, and then if you know for sure that your transformation must catch everything, then
Hmm.
maybe you should do like without these rules and have an exception if it doesn't work.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Could
Or
be.
or even simpler, in your transformation you can provide this and just throw an exception on this
Mm.
as the last transformation.
Yes. Yes. Actually, yeah. You could
Yeah.
actually put it afterwards also, right?
Sorry.
It's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid because it already matched the top rule, but you could actually add that by default to any rule
What?
as a
Add
last,
what?
let's say, as a last thing.
They are added automatically. Yes.
No,
That's it.
what I'm saying, is that you could add an any throw exception, and if people want
Uh,
to add their rules, that will be the last rule, right? Always.
I think the common behavior is that you do want the object.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
why it's not an exception.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
here is your warning about experimental feature.
Hmm.
Um,
Cool.
okay, so yeah, I think Yeah, I think that the problem is actually more of a logical problem, is at the top level actually reports it should skip, and then if you skip this, what do you left with? Top level was an
Yeah,
error, now you want to
empty,
skip it. Well,
empty,
empty,
right?
you don't have a, no, that's not same.
Yeah, true.
Actually, yeah. Okay, we'll get to that.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's from my side.
Okay, so yeah, I can also show what I have been
Let me stop
cooking.
sharing.
Cooking. So yeah, so
Yeah,
mainly I have been in some side tasks, because I always pick the side
side.
tasks
Yes,
first.
yes, yes, yes.
Side tasks with the site also, yeah. So
Side, yes.
yeah, site, yeah. So yeah, so this last week it was around the website, it was around the scheduling of these public meetings,
Mhm.
and it was also around the update from GPG3 blah 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 that was already submitted to Brew. So Brew had this,
GPL3.
yeah,
Actually, I was wondering
GPL3.
whether we need to do something on our side, because
No,
they picked our license from whatever we had.
no, it's like the only difference is that GPL3 now you have to define if you want a GPL3 only or GPL3 and latest. So GPL3
Yeah,
and
okay,
more,
maybe, okay,
right?
let's maybe give a bit of context to the listeners which are not familiar. So we had somebody's back is packaging Homebrew for us, packaging NGS, so it will be installable through Homebrew on Mac. And they opened an issue for us regarding that our license is not clear. It says GPL3, and it should specify whether it's GPL3 only or GPL3 and above. So Ricardo handled that, and I'm wondering whether we should actually do any update on our side.
Yeah,
Um,
let me just share that. So uh, it's not someone, it was Shenrui 333. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you.
opening this, and thank you for taking
Thank
care
you
of
for
the brew.
handling this. I think he
Yes.
actually updates this with each release.
Yes, he's doing a pretty good job there. So the problem, as far as I understood from looking into this, is that now GPL you have to define. If you want GPL 3.0 or later, or GPL 3.0 only, right?
Yes. So
Since we
yeah.
still don't know what is later because it still was not released, I just stick by GPL 3 only. Why? Because the one that we have on the repository is GPL 3. So later on,
Is
when
there any
we
definition from GitHub's perspective? Because they always show licenses
uh,
and stuff like that.
there
I
is
think,
license on the license. If you look at the license, it
yes.
says GPL version 3. So
Okay.
when there is GPL version 4 or version whatever, right,
Uh-huh.
you will have to update it on GitHub, right? And in that moment, then we should change also on the brew. For now,
Okay.
we are specific on GPL version 3, right? So we shouldn't, say that we accept also later
I think
ones
maybe
that we
inside
don't
the
know.
license it says, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, it's maybe says this version or
Oh, it says here version 3, right? So it's
version 3. No, 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 but look inside.
hmm? What you're searching for.
I think the licenses, I read it like years ago, but I think the license itself said, that the code is subject to this license or later versions of it or something like that.
No, I think at this
This
point, no.
license, wait, refers to version 3.
Yeah, that's it.
How sure you are about this?
I would say 80 to 90% sure.
If you can get to 100, that would be good.
Well, I didn't read the license, but as far as I understood, no, I will
Maybe you
never read this
should.
license.
Maybe you
No.
should. How? I don't know. It
So
bothers me because
it's okay. So it's okay. Now in Brew, we just have that we accept GPL version 3, and in our GitHub repository, we say that we accept GPL version 3, and that's it. And later on, if we see there is a value to have GPL version 3 or latest, or 3.1 or 3.2 or whatever, then we also have to update this one on the repository, so we can handle that later. So for now, was just to be,
I don't know. I think it's more complex than that because contributors contribute to specific license, and then I'm not sure how, like, would it be okay to change the license later after the contributions?
Well, we are okay with version 3, so let's never change it. And
Oh,
that's it,
wait,
you know.
GPL
Yeah,
3.0.
yeah. You have GPL
Okay.
2.0, and that's it. You know, you don't have any other GPL for now.
Well, then good. That's good.
Well, you have these LGPLs and whatever, but you know,
No,
yeah,
actually should consider to switch to MIT, but that's for another story.
yeah. So for now we are GPL 3 and we still stay GPL 3. So that's, you know, I just decided to be GPL 3 only, and until we see any impact on that is negative, we will just not care about that, I guess. So it's updated, so at least they say now it's okay. So that's fine. And outside from that, was updating the site and this public scheduling of the meeting, that it's still having some issues there. So what I can show you now, which is way more interesting, is the website. Okay, new website.
Oh, yes.
Oh, let's look at the old one first. Okay, so this was our sad old one.
Very
Okay,
basic, but it's
very
all
basic.
there.
It worked. Yeah, it worked. It's all here. So I just looked at this and, you know, followed an approach of, you know, what would I want to see, you know, on someone's website, right, to help me out, you know, starting with the language and what is important, you know, from a point of view of a user, right, that gets there first time, right, and wants to just run this thing, or actually from a more experienced user that actually wants to see, you know, reference to the language and stuff like that. So here we did have links somewhere there, but they were not very obvious, right? So this was kind of the design I tried to follow for the new one. So to start with, right, we get rid of all these things and we go with a simple message here and just the logo, which is fine. And yeah, we have right here, we have the three most important things from documentation point of view. That is the reference. So reference is language reference directly. And why does it have the search symbol? Because this is actually the page I use most when I'm trying to develop with NGS, because I can just go here, you know, find, and I go, you know, like,
I
yeah,
still
like,
think that it's not an obvious icon for
oh,
for the reference.
let's see what the others say. You know, for me, I love it because, you know, it's just, that's why it's the first icon here. You know, it's like experienced people will just go here, click it, you know, search for what they want to do. You know, they see all the methods and they can just, you know, go over this. By the way, also note that the links here are now, you know, NGS kind of links, so that we don't have to deal with the full, you know, thing. So if you want to remember the link, that is ref.ngs-lang.org.
Yeah, so
It will
links are
go
now
to the,
NGS Lang subdomains.
yeah,
Yeah.
it will still go here. It's just a redirect, right? But
But it's a nice redirect.
yeah, it's like I didn't want to really cover them, right? Because I don't want to deal with the you know, SSL certificates and so on there. So it's just a simple redirect, right? That will redirect you to the other website, so that you don't have to remember, you know, this. So all of them are now like that. Okay, so we also have manuals. Here's the manuals. The link is manual, but okay, you get the idea.
Maybe we can do
Maybe I should put
man.
Daniel. Yeah, man or
Man,
something.
but
Yes, I
man
can
can be
check.
confused with the actual man from the Unix thingy.
Yeah. So here is the, yeah, here is the manual.
There
This is
are actually man
more,
pages linked from here, yes.
yes. And then I also added the wiki, and the wiki basically goes to the NGS wiki that is still on GitHub. So it just goes directly there. That's the
Still on
wiki we
GitHub?
have.
Wait, you have plans to move
No,
it?
no, I don't.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I don't. What I'm saying is that it's
Just
a bit
asking.
weird.
Yes, okay.
It's a bit weird that it's on GitHub, but, you know, that's where we have it, so it will stay like that. So here are the three main informations. Here on this side, you have the social part. So the social part, it's basically source code, which now also has, you know, source.ngs-lang.org.
Yeah,
And
the text below icons, that's real text, right?
yes. This
Okay,
is real
just to
text.
make sure, because people will search the page. Okay,
Yeah,
good, because it's like looks like one with the icon itself. Okay,
like it.
good.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a lot of work just to synchronize it, you know.
yeah. You know why?
Yes. So here, let's say videos goes to our YouTube channel. That's where we will
Bam.
be posting these. And now we also have one directly to Discord that basically just invites you to the Discord channel if you are not there anymore. Okay, so it just goes to the Discord channel with invitation.
Woohoo.
Yeah,
Nice, nice,
and this is
nice.
for YouTube. Yeah, it goes to YouTube stuff. Yeah. Where we have this thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's main idea. Here it's our meeting stuff, okay,
Mhm.
which has the Discord link. By the way, Discord, yeah, it's also discord.ngslang.org and has the invitation, as you see. So it's all like that
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So outside from that, the main the main information about the website, like the about and the features, kind of stayed the same. Just looks nicer now because of formatting and so on. Links are still here, a bit changed. So I added here the social ones, and yeah, now they are actually gray. And when you over, they get purple, which is nice.
Mhm.
And all this area here was redone. So now we
Mhm.
get a quick start where we basically have all the ways to install NGS
You
or to
know
run
what?
NGS.
You know what I think? Actually, you can remove the from words from here,
Hmm.
and then maybe get rid of the underline under the links.
Well, yeah, I could actually make it. Well, I
It would
don't
be
know.
cleaner, I think.
No, but
Try
here,
and see how it looks. No,
but look
here
here.
is fine. No,
Yeah, but I didn't want to make them different because they are still links, like these
it
ones.
looks a bit because of
Yeah,
the underline and the border of the next box is like near to each other. It
yeah,
makes a bit of clutter.
yeah. So I left the for from here so that you know that you can that this is from that you install in your computer.
Yeah, but it will be
While
just
here,
source,
yeah,
homebrew, snap. I think it's fine.
I don't know because here you have in Docker, right? So it's
So
not that you install it on your computer. You are actually running a Docker
ah
container, And here you're actually
yeah.
running it inside GitHub Actions, and here you're actually running it on the Python on an IPython or
Wait.
Jupyter
So
notebook.
okay, scroll up. What's the title of this? Quick start. Maybe you
Yeah,
can do
yeah.
subsections like install or
I,
run.
I just wanted, I just wanted to have them, without too much
Uh,
clutter. Just go here and you look, what is my
okay,
flavor,
so maybe from can stay, but maybe can we try to maybe remove the underline?
I can remove the underline. That's fine. That's totally fine. I can do that if you want. So yeah, Linux and Mac
Try
stay.
to see. I try and see. I think it will be a look much better. You don't have to try it now.
On.
Text decoration. None.
Done. You like it?
I don't
Or
know. It's now it looks strange because it's different color.
yes, exactly. I told you.
Okay, we'll think about this later
Yeah.
offline.
So yeah, so now you have Mac and Linux symbols here.
Bam.
Well, eventually, when we have Windows, if we have Windows, it will also appear there.
That will be tough.
Yeah. So shell, from the shell, of course, you can do in
Bam.
both, from the source, from homebrew, from Snap, and so on and so on. By the way, here you can also copy the things. So by
Yes.
clicking there, yeah, you
Good.
can also copy it, and that's it. And powered by Bimio.
By the way, Ricardo, you remind me this two comments one after another.
Mm-hmm,
So what I'm thinking about the UI is just
mm-hmm,
further in the future plans. That in the UI, well, my idea is that whatever you type is not actually blocking.
mm-hmm,
So you type the command, it comes up, it goes up, and you are unblocked. You can type the next command. What I'm thinking, the correct way is that if you continue typing commands, if one of them fails, you need
mm-hmm,
to stop executing the commands in the buffer.
mm-hmm.
And then because if you create a
Yeah, yeah.
directory and it was not created, then you don't need to continue. And then you kind of
Uh-huh.
maybe grade them out, and maybe you can do replay if you fix
Yeah,
it
yeah.
or some shit like that.
Yeah, we have to come up with the design for the UI for sure.
Well, I have a
Next task.
page.
Next
We do
task.
have a page,
Yeah.
UI design. We do have it. It's
Mm-hmm,
just not as complete. But main
mm-hmm,
ideas are there. That the input is not blocking. That all the
mm-hmm.
objects on the screen are actually objects to be interacted with. It's not a
Yeah.
dump of text. Yeah.
By the way, but about this is also something that came up like 1 or 2 weeks ago. So we now can run this inside the GitHub Action. Okay. So if you click there, it goes to the, of course, actions, action.ngs like that. That goes to the marketplace of GitHub where we have our GitHub Action. So the way I did this GitHub Action is that it's actually part of the main repository. So that's why you see, the full README of the repository. But why did I
It
did
works.
it like this? No, why did I do it like this? Because every time you release this thing, you can actually update this thing without having to go to a different repository and update it, right? And this is very useful because, oh yeah, right now I just did, a custom release just so that we have it. So next one here will just be 13, right? It will not have this dash action. That was just for, because I didn't want, to do a full release. I just wanted to increment on top of the release that already
makes
exists.
sense.
Yep. So how do you release now, by the way? Maybe that's an interesting thing, but I have to go to the other tab. I have to go to the other tab because, yeah, this is
Source,
anonymous one.
bam.
Yeah, this is anonymous one. So when you click here to release, when you go there and click release, that I cannot, it actually shows you that if you want to update also the action or not. And of course, you always have to select yes. And that's it.
How is it? How does it work?
Because he knows, because it's GitHub.
What?
I will show you. I will show you. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. They did a good job there. So let's go there, right? Imagine that I wanted to do a new release, right? I would go there and I would create
No.
draft new release. Look here.
Okay. Action. Wait,
Publish
publish
this
this
action in marketplace. Bam.
Okay.
And that's it. And you don't have to configure anything because this is already configured from
Okay.
the configuration file. But because he sees this configuration file, this action YAML, he knows he has
Yes.
to do it. So the only thing is that you just do the release normally, and you just make sure that this thing is ticked. If you untick it, it doesn't release. But by
Yeah, it
default,
actually blows my head. It's GitHub actually
integrated
they
it. Yeah.
wait. Wait a moment. I think that all this automatic shit thinks that this repository is actually the action repository and not the original repository.
In this case, it actually is. It's like there are people that actually split the action and the original
I
repository.
think that's how GitHub envisioned that, and that's
Yes,
what
but
most people do.
yeah, but for our case, it's like it was
it's fine. Whatever we
unworted.
have works,
Yeah,
and it works okay, so no
it
reason
was
to change.
unworted. Yeah, it was unworted work, especially because these action files, I can show you, this action file is just so stupid, so small that
Yeah,
I don't want to have to deal with this separately. So if we go to this action file, the only thing that we actually need there is this. Done. I just tell him how to install, and that's it. I just say it's a composite, and I just tell him how to install this. Done.
Yeah. So anyhow, this was not a big effort, and if somebody complains that this is somehow not working as expected, then we can fix it. And for now, there is no reason to invest more time in this because it works.
Yes. And why was it nice? Also, let me just show you really quick. Also, because of naming purpose. Why did I do it like this? Let me just switch back to the other screen. Because now you can actually refer to it like this. So you don't have use NGS lang setup dash NGS. You actually have NGS lang slash NGS.
Bam.
Like normally, like you would do, if you wanted to clone or whatever, right?
Yeah. Okay, that is nice.
Based
Yes.
repository, yeah.
Yeah.
And you just give the version, and after that, guess what? You can just run, NGS,
yeah,
whatever.
You don't need to keep additional piece of information in your head how this action is called. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I did it. Although the title is setup dash NGS because they didn't allow me to have the title as NGS, but yeah, at least the repository is the same.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's from my side. Yeah.
Good. Looks good.
If someone doesn't like it or wants to improve it, feel free.
Tell us what you think, guys.
Yeah. I guess
guys,
we approve
girls,
this.
people.
I guess we approve this, we release this, and if someone wants to change something, pull request on top of that, and that's it.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Do you think we need mention anything else for now? I think we kind of covered.
Yeah, we are doing a big refactor also on our Discord channel, so things are changing every day. So yeah, sorry for that, but we are trying to make it better.
Come and see new picture every day.
Yeah, trying to make it better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So good. Let's Let's I guess wrap it up.
Yep.
Okay. So like to summarize maybe. Okay, there was work on the website, which is kind of coming to an end. There's Discord setup, and there is deeply nested data structures, which is work in progress. That's That's a summary. Actually, we
And
may
GitHub Action.
maybe for next and GitHub. Maybe actually for next time we could do the summary before. So if people want the TLDR version of the video, they could watch the first 60 seconds and decide if they want to watch all of this.
Yes, and we actually should have this as a as a screen share in the beginning of the meeting, just so that everyone sees it.
Maybe a single slide.
Single slide with that, and that's it. And then we talk over
Yeah,
that.
then we need to synchronize on the agenda before, but or actually we can do two separate slides, one for you, one for me, one for each
No,
speaker. I don't know. No,
one for
actually
everything, and that's it.
let's do one slide. Yeah.
Yeah, and
We
then
can
the rest
also,
is the random discussion. The rest, if someone wants to continue.
let's not do random. It's supposed to be about what we did and what we're gonna do. Let's maybe
that's fine. Yeah.
random discussions. We can maybe do separate meetings or like random meetings.
So it's like a weekly stand up. Okay, I see.
Weekly stand that, yeah, kind of, yes. Unless we find new topics and we put them into agenda, then I guess fine. Maybe we can put them like towards the end, so people. We need to kind of sort by interest. Yeah, the more interesting topics towards the beginning, so people could stop watching. Like we are not doing like in the movies, this suspense in the middle.
No, we can
stay
actually.
tuned.
No, you can actually have to do the extra effort of getting all the pinpoints of the video and just putting, on YouTube the times where each topic starts.
Yes. Good. Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but I think it should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
Doc.
So let's close it.
Okay. See you next time, people.
Yeah, I hope more people join. It's
Yeah,
not only
hope you
two of us.
enjoyed. Yeah, let us know what you think. How they say, like and subscribe.
And join us on the meeting. Don't leave us
Join on
alone.
the next meeting. Try NGS.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think about NGS. Our feedback is very important because that's a time in the language life where things can be fixed, unlike more mature languages, which have much code out there and cannot fix stuff, and they just accumulate craft, and it's not a pretty picture. And now at this stage, we have much more opportunities to fix. So, for example, I would very appreciate if you find inconsistencies in the language. That is completely, how you say, inconvenient to fix later when the code is out there. Yeah. So thank you all for watching. All three people. Okay.
People.
I'll stop recording now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See you guys.
See you. Bye.